Hey guys, so in this video, I'm going to tell you 3 main questions you should be asking to vet your potential buyer of your mobile home park. If you don't already know me, Armand Violi, MHPValue.com. We are the #1 company at maximizing the value of your park if you're thinking about selling. So getting into the video, top 3 questions, and these are actually relatively simple, is the very first one is you should be able to ask them, can you provide me proof of funds? Proof of funds could be a screenshot of a bank statement, a letter from their bank, proof of financials from one of their capital partners. There's a lot of things with proof of funds. A lot of buyers might not actually have proof of funds themselves because they raise money from their investors and they're not actually a fund, but they raise money per deal from their capital partners. Still shouldn't be an issue because either their lender or their capital partner should be able to give them proof of funds to send to you if their offer is actually legitimate. We do run into a lot of issues with this because there's a lot of misleading buyers out there that are actually wholesalers trying to assign your property for a profit to another buyer without you knowing. Then a lot of other times there's brokers trying to see if you're thinking about selling your park and then eventually try and convert you to a listing for themselves. But right off the bat, first thing, proof of funds, and that should not be an issue to provide at all. Second question I would always ask is, do they own mobile home parks already? And if not, at least do they own any type of real estate themselves already, or are partnered or involved in real estate? The reason why this is a big question is if you have a buyer that comes around and he's going to pay you a number that's higher than any of the other potential buyers you've been talking with is willing to do, the question would be, well, why are they able to get so much more aggressive? First thing that would stand out to me, if I'm talking with, let's say, the player in town who owns 4 other parks within 30 miles of mine, and he doesn't want to hit my high number, let's say I want $2.5 million, and he's like, I can make it $2 million. And then this one buyer comes around, he's like, I'll pay you 2.4 right off the bat. If they don't already own parks right around you and are asking a lot of in-depth questions, and I would seriously question the validity of that offer and if it's an actual credible buyer you could trust. So like I said, ask them, do they own any other real estate? I typically do not trust most first-time buyers unless they have some type of real estate experience. And then the third thing I would ask the buyer is, okay, so let's say they do have proof of funds and they claim to have owned either a bunch of real estate before or mobile home parks. Even with that, I would still ask them, hey, what is your plans as far as management and actually operating the park and increasing the value of the park? Because anyone who's a legit credible buyer, they're looking at your deal and they're saying, hey, the reason why I want to buy this and potentially overpay for it is I know that the market is, let's say, $450 lot rents and you're still at $200. That way they can go in there and say, listen, I plan to make these improvements to the park and I'm going to raise the rents X amount. And this is my plan that when I try and sell this or refi it in 5 years, I plan to get the lot rents up to this number. Or maybe you have a stabilized park and they're saying, listen, I need someone to park my money. I think this deal makes sense for me. You should be able to just feel them out and they should be able to give you a straight answer as far as what their plans are for operating the business if they're a credible buyer looking to acquire your park. So to summarize this video, the top 3 questions to vet a buyer: can they provide proof of funds? Do they own any other real estate and preferably mobile home parks already? And what are their plans as far as management and operations with the park? Hope you guys like this video. Like I said before, MHPValue.com will do free evaluations and give you a whole game plan on how to maximize the value of your park on the sale. If you want to reach out to me direct, you could sign up for an evaluation at the link in bio. Head over to MHPValue.com. Shoot me an email at contact@MHPValue.com, or you could text me direct 561-596-8487. Thank you for watching.